So in this video I'm going to be introducing negative numbers. So you can see we've a number line drawn up here, and just like we read anything, we're going to read it left to right. So if you look at this thermometer here, you're going to start off at 0 degrees, and then below that you're going to go down to -1, -2, and I'll just draw that in. So if you're at this point here, it's at 0. Coming lower than that, you're going to go -1, -2, -3, and then coming up you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth, going up and down from there. And if you wanted to think of another example, if you were in a building, you might go up to the +1 floor, 2, and then when you want to go down to the basement, it's going to go -1, -2, -3, and so forth. So you can see it's represented up in this number line here also. So if you were on 0 and you wanted to go +2 spaces, then you're going to go 1, 2 spaces forward. If you were at 0 and you wanted to go 2 places back, then you're going to go, or 3 places back, say, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you'll end up at -3, which is a smaller number than that. So we're going to try a couple of questions that use that. Use the number line to fill in the missing terms in this sequence. So we've got 10, 6, 2. So let's just go up to our number line. If we go up here, and I'll just extend this one on. So if we go up as far as 10 here, so you can see that we're going to be starting up at 10, and what we're going to do is we're just going to move backwards. If you look at this pattern here, it goes 10, 6, 2. So there's actually a difference of 4 between them. So we're going 10, and you go down as far as 6. Let's say 1, and there's going to be 4 spaces between that. Then if we go to the next number, 6 down to 2, you're going to go to 2. We can count the spaces between that. So that's 2 there. So you can see there's 4 between each of them. So then the next space that we're going to go to, and we'll do this with yellow, if we go down 4 again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that next one, we can fill it in here. We're going to get 10, 6, 2, and then we're going to end up on -2. So we come back. Now we're going to come back another 4 spaces again, and I'll just add this into my number line as well. So you can see with this one, if I want to come back another 4 spaces, then I'm just going to come back 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I've just come off my number line a bit there. So we're going to end up at -6. Now the next thing I'm going to look at, which number is higher? So 2 or 10. And I'll just rub out my number line here to keep it clear. So you can see by looking up at my number line, 2 is over here. Show that with my pointer. So 2 is right here, and then 10 is up here. So we're always reading left to right like you would with any writing. So you're going to see that 2 is a lot smaller than 10. So 10 in this case is going to be higher. The next one, -2 or 6, which is higher here? So you can see -2 is here, 6 is up here, and you can see that 6, because it's higher up there, is going to be our higher one. And our next one, we've got 3 or -4. So even though 4 looks like a bigger symbol than 3, you can see that if we look up at our number line up here, that we're going to get -4 is down here, and then we've got 6, or we've got 3 up here. So you can see that 3 is actually going to be the highest number in that case. So move down here, we'll try another. Write these numbers in order. So we've got 0, 2, -5, -1, 4, -3, and 2. So we're going to decide which ones are the smallest first of all. So what we're going to say is the first one is, let's see, and we can cross them out as we're doing them. So the lowest one is going to be -5, and we'll write these out as we write them down here. So -5. The next one then, if we go up on our number line, -5, we're going to go to -3. So we can see that just highlighted up here. So -3. The next one then we're going to have is -1. So just cross it off there, -1, and write it down. The next one then we're going to have is 0. You can see that comes next in our number line. So we've got 0. And then the next one we're going to have is, and I actually have 2 and twice, so I'll just eliminate one of them. So the next one we'll put in here is 2. You can see that's up here. The next one is 4. That's our final number. The last one we're going to look at is inequalities. So inequalities tells you which number is bigger than another. So I'll just do this out at the side first of all. If you had something like 2 and 5, you can put this symbol in between them, and it just shows that this number is smaller than this number. So you can see that there's 2 here is less than 5, so it goes to the narrow part of this thing. So what we're going to do is put the correct symbol in for each of these. So let's have a look. So between 2 and 4, well, we'll just highlight 2 and 4 on the number line. So this one actually is fairly straightforward. Most of you will know this. So between 2 and 4, you can see 2 is smaller because it's on the left here on the number line. So you're going to put in the symbol here to show that 2 is smaller than 4. The next one we're going to have is 5 and 1. So again, you'll know that 5 is bigger than 1. So you're going to put your symbol going in this side to show that 5 is the bigger symbol. The next thing, and we need to look up at our number line for this one. So if we've got -2 and 6, let's just highlight the 2 of them on the number line first. So we've got -2 and then we've got 6, and I need to just add that in up here at the top. So we've got 6 up here. You can see because 6 is on the right, it's the bigger number. So we're traveling left to right. So in this case, 6 is going to be bigger than -2 because -2 is over at this side. If you think about, there's your inequality symbol. The smaller one is always going to be in between the 2 of them. The next ones we're going to do is the next one is similar. So -5 and 2, so we can highlight them again. -5 and 2, and you can see that -5 is less than 2. So we're going to put in our symbol there. The next one, -3, -5. So we write that one in. And -3, let's put it in there. -5 there. So you can see -5 is actually smaller than -3. So in this case, you're going to put -5 is smaller. So put this narrow part of the symbol closer to -5. The last one then we're going to do is -1 and 5. So let's just highlight them up on our number line. There's -1, there's 5. And you can see -1, because it's to the left, is going to be less. So you're going to -1 is less than 5.